So Jerry's dead.
Yeah.
Sad. It sucks. Next.
I could tell.
Now what are you guys gonna do?
I could feel the mourning, the pall of mourning hanging over the whole studio.
Hey, it sucks. He did a lot of great things for
He did.
the Bay Area where we live,
Yeah.
and you know, and he pretty much
He was your
Made-
one-stop ass, or
he
your
pretty much
one-stop ass.
is responsible for hippies being in every city in the world.
Yeah. No matter what you like to think, I guess he was an incredible cultural catalyst.
He was a hippie maker, and
Amazing painter.
he was.
And whatnot. And enough. Anyway.
So in the last sort of 6-7 months since you finished the tour, you've been making babies, making a new record, and I'm getting tired just thinking about it. How's it going?
Cool.
It's going good. We feel really. We went home and we got back to basics. We were real solidified. Just locked ourselves in a room and played constantly, and the the kids and family aspects couldn't be better.
Your life has changed, I guess. All of your lives have changed a couple of times. I mean, once with the record taking off, and then making some serious life decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Is it playing out in the music?
Oh, does it come out in the music?
Yeah.
Well, not in a direct way. It's just more of sort of an overtone to it, you know. You can sort of tell that there's something there. I write songs I don't really write. Like you talk about like a lot of personal songwriting, I kind of go more to the core of that emotion or feeling that you get from the time, and I don't really talk about, you know, oh, it sucks getting up again in the middle of the night to feed my baby or whatever, you know. It's just, you know, I'm fucking tired.
Do you always write from yourself, or do you ever write from characters? Because it's hard to tell sometimes in your songs whether it's you speaking.
It's always myself.
Now, we haven't had a chance to hear the new record because you're not even finished it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's right.
we found some lyrics sitting around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you video them?
No.
You honest?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got you on tape. We're recording you, by the way.
Oh, that's good. We like to be recorded whenever we're recording. Can you describe for us what changes are taking place in the Green Day thing?
Well, the last record sort of had more of an apathetic overtone to it, and this one is sort of on the brink of self-destruction, kind of near insanity and stuff like that, and kind of borderlines. That there's a lot more songs that are about places on this record, like a song like Stewart in the Avenue and Tightwad Hill,
and people too, like characters.
Characters. Is there?
I thought I detected some. Well, the first song is about someone going.
That's not like a sequence.
What?
That's not a sequence that you read.
We don't know what you mean when you say first.
Oh,
song.
I see. Well, the first song that I saw. I mean, it's kind of weird just reading lyrics.
What was
Do you
it? What did it
start
say?
from the left to right or the right to left?
I always start from right to left, mixed brain dominance. Can't help it.
What was the lyric?
Let's take 6.
It seemed to be about a young woman going west.
Oh yeah, that's about my wife.
Ah.
Song called Westbound Sign. It's she's from Minneapolis originally, and she moved to California to be with me. So, and it's kind of a relationship that's been ongoing for like the past 5 years.
And there's a song about a kid waiting for his parents to die.
Yeah.
Or her parents to die.
Yeah. It's a song called Brat.
Yeah.
It's basically exactly what you said. It's waiting for your parents to die so you can get your inheritance, you know. Sort of like the rich little brat sort of standpoint, which eventually my kid will probably be singing the same song eventually. So.
Is there any way you can actually put your finger on how your lives have been changed, or how yourselves have been changed by? I mean, the last year of your life has probably had more changes in it than anything that came before.
I have more party gowns now. I mean,
yeah, well, we kind of have, you know, yeah, I'm just kind of struggling to find just normal people and kind of create a normal atmosphere. And, you know, I'm
for
not...
us, not like normal and a conservative, like, straight...
Yeah.
So how do you define normal?
Well, I mean, to sit down and have a real conversation with somebody. Nothing, you know, I'm not in with, you know, meeting people that are famous and getting into them because they're famous. I don't like, I'm not into that. I hate famous people. I hate actors. I hate musicians. I just...
Yeah, normal,
and
normal
being,
is,
I
you know what normal is to you,
Yeah.
and you gotta look for that.
I've come to realize just being in Los Angeles how contrived the entire, like the whole
environment,
the scene, not necessarily the outside people, but the people that are stuck in the like the industry and stuff like that, and how everybody, you know, I don't know, it's just this weird thing. There's always, you know, people are always expecting me to be rude to them. People are always expecting me to, like, take off my pants in front of them, or, you know, they're expecting me to do something, so everyone's always got their guard up against me, you know, and...
But you created that. I mean, that's... Surely you have to take responsibility for people seeing you that way.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, people don't have to be stupid enough to totally digest all of that, you know? I mean, that's...
Don't believe everything you see on TV.
Yeah, really,
and,
you know?
You know, and as for a live show, you know, music does things to people.
I guess that's a function of our culture, too, that you get a snapshot of someone and then you make the whole person about that one image.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's different sides of the coin, you know?
You know, we're all pretty tough.
It's not always tails.
We're all pretty tough, but, like, not as tough as, like, you know, people, like, in, like, crushed against barricades and stuff, like 14-year-old girls and stuff. Those are the tough ones.
Those are toughest people at
We're,
our shows.
we're pretty tough, though, you know. You can punch us.
We lift weights.
Constantly.
We do that shit. We like it.
Constantly.
I love it. I love it. Hang glide.
We have boner fights.
Boy, that's tough.
Creates hell of a mental picture, huh?
So why are you so rude and obnoxious on stage?
That's just the way I feel natural when I go on stage, you know. It just kind of, I open my mouth and out it comes.
we're kind of that way to each other when we practice too, a lot.
I mean, between the three of us, I mean, we're always doing something sort of evil to each other, you know.
If you miss the sensitive, don't hang out with us.
Yeah, people that don't know us, like, and they like be like, God, they trip out. Like,
Yeah, sometimes we can.
mean.
Yeah, we can't. Sometimes we're not the most sensitive people in the world.
By far.
But at the same time, we'll always give you a back massage if you ever have a torn ligament.
Is being rude to I mean, the people that come to see you play, masses of them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you treating them like a friend, like a member of the band, and being
No, like
that
a
way?
family,
anytime, I mean,
like a family member, not like a brother, like not like you're always like, hey, welcome home, my brother, come in, let's have a sandwich. It's like, what's up, you know?
Well, it's more like, you know,
I love you.
my
Hey,
theory
hey.
is before you insult someone, you have to earn their trust first, you know, and it's like, you know, I don't really have an example, but
You go out on stage and, you know, I don't know, ask them if they really like it here, and they're all, yeah. I was like, well, you know what? This place sucks, blah, blah, blah. Just go off, and I don't know, you connect in different ways. It's different when you're standing there and there's people
like
in
if
front of you.
someone is being sort of a moron in the audience, you know, being
It's just,
kind of violent or something, and they have their shirt off and some guy is flexing his muscles and stuff. You go, okay, come on up. Yeah, come on, guy. Yeah, come on up. He comes up on the stage. All right, time for you to sing a song. Bust into like
Iron Man.
Iron Man or like
Something. Rock
you
like a
know,
hurricane.
you know,
or something.
he comes up
Rock
on
like a
stage
hurricane.
expecting to make
That's the
this,
one.
you know, everybody think he's cool, but in return he just makes a complete ass out of himself.
Meanwhile, we're like complimenting him on his nice pecs. and
yeah, you
stuff,
know, we're
and,
like, well,
his
nice
haircut.
pectoral muscles.
Well, people
Love
deserve
those wings.
to be, you know, treated like idiots if they act like idiots. So.
It strikes me that you have a toughness and a rudeness and all that stuff, but there's no real macho or like guy thing in it.
No.
I can't see one.
No.
Is that something you're actively working against?
We're trying to, you know, get a little, you know.
We're trying to be more
tougher, like
macho,
saying,
you know?
Right on.
It's like I say, lifting weights, you
Got a
know.
couple hairs on my chin.
I was taking some steroids to try and, you know. No, I'm just kidding.
Pump it up.
Beef up a little bit.
You know, put on a little extra weight.
I figure if I get big enough, somebody can shoot me and it'll bounce off.
I don't think we're capable of being macho, to tell you the truth.
It seems to me that it's something you sort of despise.
Yeah, I think it's pretty disgusting.
And is it something that you've lived within the scene that you came from, or is it something that you've seen?
Well, okay, I've never been big enough to play on the football team.
Now we're getting down to it.
Yeah, you know, I've never, it's, you know, it runs deep, way back, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never been was never the most popular guy in school. I was
Where you
wasn't a nerd, but I was kind of more like I was invisible, you know.
where you come from, when you go to high school in like the 9th grade, they shave your head. It's either that or you get your ass kicked a lot. And so, it's pretty grim.
So they're looking like locks.
And then you,
Looking
like
like jocks.
I don't know. You know, there's a respectable macho-ness about somebody if they're not out, you know, flaunting it all the time. They just happen to be a mature man or woman or, you know, whoever, whatever. But,
I was thinking about the club where you guys played and saw a lot of shows. It was the same club where Jello Biafra got his head kicked in
That
on the
was
sidewalk.
he was there at the wrong time. That's not what that place is about at all.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it was a real irony that that happened
Yeah.
there. But
those people don't even hang out there. Fucking morons.
The people that own
People swing by and
the
start trouble.
people that manage Gilman Street, pretty much, for lack of a better word, they you know, those guys got kicked out of town. Those guys are, no one's ever seen them again. Those guys that beat them up used to squat from like about a block away from where I used to live, and you know, it was just a confrontation, just like any place, but because it was Jello Biafra, it got all this media attention.
But what I was thinking about it was that people were reportedly chanting "Rockstar, Rockstar" and "Sellout."
It was just like
No, that's
whatever, like
crock
those
shit.
four
Is that crap?
jerks.
That's crap.
Because I was thinking about this in terms of you guys, like because you've taken the same kind of heat from some people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever worry about that?
I don't worry. I don't walk around worrying about getting my ass kicked. You know, everybody.
If some complete genius comes up to me and hassles me over, you know, what I've got, you know, what I do with my life and the fact that I make music, you know, and he doesn't want to have an intelligent conversation about it, well, you know, then you just avoid that individual, you know.
But the complaint is not about you're making music, but about you're making money coming out of a punk thing.
Hey, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. My opinion is this is what I like to do, and this is what I'm going to continue to do. And if I make money, that's my fucking business.
That's right.
That's all I've got to say. I'm not going to justify myself. We're not going to justify ourselves. It's not worth justifying.
It's a lot better than beating people up.
Just
And then breaking, people's bones is not cool under any circumstance. I'm sorry.
One of the things I did before I came was watched all the tape we have of you guys in the library to get reacquainted. And the Woodstock footage is, I don't know if it was fun for you guys, but it's an extraordinary piece of tape. Like it must have been really wild to be in the middle of that. What are your feelings about it a few months down the line? Have they changed over time from when you got off stage that day? Or what was your experience of that? Because I'm watching you guys, the mud is flying, and you're playing.
It was just another gig, man. We just went in, we played it, and we left, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of neat. It was total anarchy for a little bit, but it was, in all honesty, it was just another day on our tour, and in the midst of a bunch of other crappy shows.
we played kind of badly. We didn't play. It wasn't the greatest performance as far as just our musicianship was concerned. But you know, it was the same gig we've always played, but just with a lot of mud, and And we went in, we were skeptical about it. We had a good time, we had a bad time. It was just sort of this weird, we didn't really know. I'm just opinionless about that thing. I mean, it'll stand out in my memory for the rest of my life, that's for sure.
I just remember how small Billy and Mike looked from the drum kit, and just how it's like ridiculous it seemed. It's like, wow, this is a really, really big stage, isn't it? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah,
You guys,
it was like the biggest barbecue that the world ever had.
you guys have a single that's being played on the radio in, at least I know in Toronto right now, called Jar. Do you want to tell me a little bit about it? About the song?
It's a song about a friend of ours named Jason Relva, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he died in a car accident about 3 years ago.
It's like, I don't know, it's kind of a song I wrote about coming to terms with his death, and how it relates to my own mortality. That's it.
The lyrics at the end talk about the sort of struggle between being responsible and needing to get it together to have a life, not being able to just piss away your time, but at the same time, while you're young and free, just wanting to.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel about where you're at right now?
It's just how I feel about life, Live your life the way it suits you best, and it's best for the people around you. It's even better for the people around you, because then you're more at ease, and that's your way of giving to the world, is by being what you are instead of being something else, and just fucking things up.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it's like taking advantage of much of the time that you have in this life and stuff. So if that's taking lots of drugs, watching television, having a conversation, or drinking lots of coffee,
Or snorting instant coffee. Has the same effect.
Sort of talking as if all activities have a total equal value in life, as if there's no ordering of some things might be better to do than others.
Yes, if you're being yourself and you're creating happiness through the people around you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a musician's way of life, We could have made 15 cents and done this the rest of our lives because it's the way of life that makes us happy. Damn, somebody farted.
That was me, sorry.
Too bad you can't get farts on video, because this one's really good.
It would be like, you'd see like all green.
You'd win like the award for like broadcast of the year.
Well, there was a scratch and sniff movie.
You can't do that while we're interviewing, man.
I just had a burrito, sorry.
That's a fresh air finally.
This is more like what I expected.
Whoa.
I'm very grateful that you had the
You
social
pass
grace.
gas
The
on?
social. Well, I'm downwind or upwind or something. I'm not getting affected at all. How about you, Matt?
I don't think there's.
I'm not feeling very well.
You're all up there. What's up?
I'm feeling lightheaded.
Are you going to try to do the same thing you did on your last tour, on your next tour, and keep ticket prices down? I think that's something a lot of people appreciated.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what's behind that? 'Cause
there's no political reason or anything. Other bands can do whatever they want. I have nothing against their ticket prices. This is just what we...
At this point, our ticket price.
It makes sense to us.
Is it for the people who want to see the shows, or is it just for you?
Why would it be for us?
I don't know.
Okay.
So we want to charge low ticket prices so that they're
We're not going to make
not
any
gonna
money.
make any money at all. Because the thing with the show, like, I don't want to like get all lame and like talk like money, but like if you charge $1 more per head, you make like a shitload more money, and like the expenses of running a show are like usually almost all of the money that comes in. It's like way over 60% most of the time. So.
And
that's running stuff cheap.
I don't know.
how much money does someone need?
True.
We've sold a lot of records.
Millions.
Yeah, and we don't need it. We don't.
Certainly don't need
Not to try to sound high and mighty. I don't want to sound holier than thou. I don't want to sound holier than thou at all.
But we don't want to cash in, or
yeah.
We don't want to go in and say, oh, well, since we're popular, then we think we should charge like
$23. It's like,
because that way we can, buy new mansions every whatever.
I
5
just,
years and screw that.
it's just,
For some people, we still have expensive ticket prices.
Can you guys give me a quick catalog of the personal injuries sustained by the band in the last tour?
A quick count?
we're saving that for the book.
Mike's busted teeth, Trey's, what'd you when you fell off the motorcycle in Spain?
I hurt my knee pretty bad.
My
Smashed my ankle.
tore ligaments in my ankle.
I had a motorcycle wreck recently.
You had a motorcycle, yeah, you injured your toe not too long ago.
Someone broke elbows or arms.
Mike had surgery on his
Mike
elbow.
basically, all the injuries are Mike. Mike is injury man.
I don't know about that. Billy ran into a pole and you ran into a wall.
I walked
those were
right
significant
into
injuries.
a pole and when I was in London. They've got these big cement poles. I was turning my head. I don't know what I was doing. I think I just had jet lag.
Yeah, I was like at this Bad Brain show in England, and this guy had this like huge spliff, like all like tobacco and hash, all burning like crazy, and it's like this big huge torch cherry, and like he was holding it up like this, talking to his friend, and like it was a crowded show, and my face just went.
Came a big old burn on his forehead.
Big old like loony side, like big old loony ass. I was loony.
So the follow-up question is, how do you plan to keep your bodies intact the next time you go out on the road?
It doesn't matter, man. If it breaks, it breaks,
It was meant to be.
Is that still your attitude?
Yep.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. And if it's broken, well, try and fix it.
So you don't really care too much about personal injury?
I worry about my physical condition constantly.
That'd be like
Perfect physical specimen.
we sure don't like to shower, and we sure don't like to shave, and we sure don't like to sit in one place for too long. So I don't know. We just
sometimes
we're not very hygienic. We have terrible hygiene, right, guys? Pretty much.
I have no argument there.
We don't have very good hygiene, and we don't keep good cares of ourselves in the sense of we do stupid shit like I don't know, human Zamboni.
Human Zamboni.
Barbecue, fucking drop a no, I don't know.
We like to hang out on roofs.
Yeah.
So this is something you plan to pass on to your children?
Oh.
No.
Well, wait a sec.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yet. What's that Eric Clapton tune? Never mind. I was this close to being really tacky.
But how can
cocaine, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Cocaine.
No, this is a serious question, though. I mean, how can you continue to be complete and utter hammerheads and not expect your kids to see that as the way that an adult should act?
He's going to have his own way of acting, and there's no way in hell that I can be totally responsible for that. I wouldn't necessarily say my mother was responsible for the way I act. My mother didn't, do any of the things that I've done. I don't know. I mean, the worst thing he could possibly do is turn around and become a Republican fucking accountant or something, or else a hippie. But Jerry Garcia's not around anymore, so we don't have to worry about that now, do we, boys? No, Jerry Garcia, what a guy.
Just that made it all right.
Oh, man.
What do you guys think of UFOs?
I'm into it.
I believe in UFOs.
Unidentified flying obstacles. I believe I see those at all the shows. Usually it's a shoe.
UFO, man. That band
Or
is pretty good.
band. Somebody's
happening.
I went to a UFO concert. Fucking, they opened for Yes one time.
Yes, UFO, BOC.
That's right around when Bryan Adams started coming out, man.
Yeah, man.
I believe in UFOs. Sure.
Ever seen
I
one?
got one. I got
Nope.
a 63 Mars Galaxy UFO with the primer gray.
Never seen one. Probably
Windshield.
never will.
Ever get stage fright?
Every time I play.
Yeah, every day.
Seriously?
Every time I see a stage, I run and cower.
Yeah, you know,
you guys have played every huge show in
but it's still, every show is totally scary because the crowd's always different. So it doesn't matter.
You gotta think, there's like, you know, like Woodstock, 300,000 people, 3 of us, 300,000 people, 3 of us, you know, they...
What do they expect us to do? You know, and then you get up there and it's quite a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah. Throw mud, take off your pants.
So then basically the best thing you can think to do is to get them fighting amongst each other, and then they'll carry you.
Hey, wait a minute, shut up! He called you jerk!
Did you hear that? The right side called the left side dumb.
That doesn't know. We just say, they said that they believe in UFOs. Oh.
You guys don't have any idea what your single would be?
Yeah,
or what the first video might be?
Geek stink dirt. No, geek stink breath.
Can you
Can you say that?
Geek stink breath. Did I do all right?
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
Some
gonna be the
people
first
don't
single.
You'll be a
Yeah.
DJ yet, young man!
Well, at least I have something to look forward to.
One of these days you will jock videos.
That's right, one of these
It's a
days you'll
song,
spin
it's a song
videotapes.
about speed, the drug.
Not the movie.
It's a song about Sandra Bullock.
She's a tweak, man. She does so much coke, man.
Woman's got a classic nose.
Booger sugar all the way, man.
Is there any special pressing reason to write about speed?
Everybody we know is on speed.
Yeah, it's really around. I don't know about other places, but where we live, it's the drug of choice, and because it's cheaper than cocaine, it lasts longer, and
It's cheaper than beer, man.
yeah.
Ounce for ounce, yes.
And it's a really gnarly drug, and I've kind of watched people get themselves eaten alive with it, and I've
I dig it.
done my share of it, Wouldn't exactly call myself an addict or anything like that, but hasn't consumed my life. It's an ugly drug, and what a perfect thing to write a song about.
Thank you.